The final price of the ticket was Look, if any of you didn't know, big Arsenal fan here. So, we have got club level tickets to the Arsenal versus Newcastle game today at 5:30 p.m. And I'm going to do a full review if I think it's worth it or not. You know, the food, the drinks, the seating, everything. So this is a really big game. You know, it basically decides the league. If we draw or even lose this, it's basically over. But yeah, some of you might think it's over already, and all I have to say is you probably see me cry if we lose. Ultimately, it's just going to be a vlog of the whole day. And let's see how it goes. First, we need to get ready. My boy doesn't have an Arsenal shirt. I know he's a big fan because he did pay for this. We need to get a shirt for him as well. So we're going to grab a shirt and get on our way. Actually, I do need a power bank as well. You can tell I'm not that organised there, am I? So yeah, anyways, I'll get back to you when, I don't know, we're on the train or we're there. Don't mind the clothes in the bed and that, but it's the fit saying. Black jeans, little kit, and then we'll chuck on a hoodie because it's a bit cold in the evening and stuff. I think we're ready. You know what? Let's get out of here. There's something about an Arsenal match day when you get close to the Emirates. You feel the vibe, you feel the atmosphere. And of course, we're doing this from club level, so I wanted to see if it actually enhanced the experience or took away from it. And look, because we had club level tickets, it wasn't too much stress. You just kind of walk in and it's all there for you. You're not going there just to see a game, you're actually experiencing a whole day. Okay, so as we got our tickets and waited in the queue, we picked up our match day, what are they called? Match day programs. Then we went up the escalator and you're met with a beautiful view of the pitch. Now, to anyone who's never been Emirates before, the pitch is in the middle, then you got club level around the middle tier with bars, with restaurants, with pretty much everything you need. There's no rushing around, there's no queuing up for toilets, at least for now. Like, this isn't a box or anything, but you can just tell you had a little bit more time to sink it all in. Now to the fun and important part, the food and drinks. Because if you're paying extra, the food can't be there for the sake of it. It actually needs to be a big part of the day. The prices weren't the worst, I'll be honest. You're kind of locked in there. There's not really anywhere else you can go. There's really not much you can improve. The portion was good. The chips were really nice. The burger was amazing. And obviously, wash it down with a pint. You can't really go wrong. Then we went out to the seats. The view was quality. You know, we got the padded seats. We got the nice middle tier view. But also, you're part of the atmosphere. There was enough leg room in front of you. You could sit there very comfortably. I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather be doing, you know,
hey, hold up.
sign language to the other team.
Thought we were in trouble there for a second, but it's fine. We're fine.
Than sitting up there in comfort. There's pros and cons. If you look behind the goals and at the corners, there was energy. Otherwise, I can't complain. We're just about getting to kick off. And this is when it felt like a proper Arsenal day. Forget about the food, you forget about the ticket, and you actually just become a fan. So if Arsenal took control of the game from the get-go, the crowd would be up for it. Okay, first half. I'm calling a goal. Hey, what? Alright, go on. Go on. Look, we scored, we got a goal, but after that, we just started slowing down our play, lobbing it forwards, hoping someone would get on the end of it, and it just went back. And don't get me wrong, that is a goal, beautiful. And the fact that I predicted it, I'm so gassed with that.
Okay.
And obviously, I was just enjoying the game. I really don't care how many goals were scored in the first half. The second half, we needed to turn it up. Let's get on to half time now. We just seen a goal. We're thinking, yo, there's more to come. Got to the toilet, about 5 minutes. Not too bad, actually, for a football game. And then we went inside to one of the bars that was next to our block. And they do unlimited halftime drinks. But what you don't realise is you only have like 5 or 10 minutes to drink. Now here they had a selection of wines, a selection of beers, a selection of hot drinks, everything you could possibly ask for, really. And look, I should have filmed this, I'm sorry, but you know me, got a bit too gassed.
You tit!
Before I knew it, the match was already on. Second half, I was into it. If we're chasing the game, everyone's nervous. If we're not and we're leading, everyone's still got tension because we could throw away a lead at any minute, I'll tell you that. Now, of course, the biggest moment of the match was the goal and also predicting it, because that is quite sick. I'm going to keep banging on about it, but
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
full time. The whistle's blown and we're just getting out of there, trying to get on the train back home. As an Arsenal fan, I felt happy we got the win. I would have liked to see a little bit more, but yeah, the result definitely affects how you remember the day, and yeah, we got a win. I can't really complain. After the match, we went down to the next station on the line, where we actually did get on the train after about 3 trains. Yeah, at that point, I was getting bullied by Newcastle fans. You know, I was trying to take down their stickers, and somehow one got on my back. Don't mind the t-shirt change. You know, I went gym in between filming this bit and the last bit, and I didn't really want to ruin the Arsenal shirt. Of course, I got to give you my final verdict for if it was worth it or not. So I'm going to split it into 2 parts. The actual Arsenal fan experience and then the club level experience. We got to go with the Arsenal fan experience first. So atmosphere wise, I'd say you're still in the stadium, you could hear the chants and everything. It wasn't too bad. Because of, you know, the tension and how big this game actually was for our season, I'll give the atmosphere a good 8 out of 10. Performance wise, the way they perform decides the mood more than anything else, for me at least, as an Arsenal fan. So I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. We weren't perfect. There was a good goal from Eze, pretty much all that saves it. In terms of the overall fan experience, probably 7.5, you know what, maybe 8 out of 10. The crowd was up for it. There was tension, there was energy, there was that full-time feeling. Now, my verdict on club level, you have 2.5 hours before the game to do what you want, eat what you want, drink what you want. So in terms of food and drinks, I'm going to give it a good 7.5 out of 10. I'm going to give comfort a 9 out of 10. Now, the seat view is something that was really important to me. Couldn't really give a shit about the food and the drinks if the seat was pretty dead. And it was a very central seat. You could see the whole pitch, the whole game. No one was in your way. So I'm going to give that club level seat a 9 out of 10. Club level, of course, it doesn't replace the football. It doesn't replace the result or anything you feel as a fan. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. But the real question is whether I enjoyed it enough for the price. Now, I want a little drum roll, please. Alright, what am I doing? The ticket was £263. I did get food and drink vouchers. So yeah, I guess I didn't have to really spend too much. Finally, was it worth it? Look, if I'm being super honest, I prefer it more being in the stands with the atmosphere, with the energy. Look, I enjoyed the day, but at that price, I don't think you could say it's fully worth it. Look, if you care mainly about just watching Arsenal in comfort, go for it. But for me, I'd, as I say, rather be doing sign language to the away fans. It's not something I'd rush to pay for. Club level definitely adds something, and I think it's better for some people. So that was Arsenal from club level. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like this little bit of a different video. I thought it's too big of a thing not to make a video on it. Yeah, I'll see you back here next week. Love and guidance.